Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Rachel, and this week I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about graduate school. So last week I made a video on my life after college and all the different things about it, and I specifically mentioned that now I'm in graduate school, and a lot of you guys and a lot of my friends have also expressed interest in maybe wanting to know a little bit more about graduate school and if it could be for you. So that's why I'm here, and let's just get into the video. So graduate school, like I mentioned last week, I graduated from Rutgers University last year with a bachelor's in psychology, and I decided to choose graduate school because I felt like while in my long-term future I see myself going back to practicing psychology, right now in my short-term future I really wanted to have a more hands-on experience with clinical therapy with clients. So after doing a bunch of research, I came to find the field of social work. It sounded perfect, and I applied to a bunch of schools, and I chose NYU Silver School of Social Work, and here I am now. It's actually the final season of the first year. I can't believe this year flew by this quickly. It's crazy. Half of graduate school's over. That's kind of weird, but so I just wanted to share with you guys some of my thoughts on graduate school and maybe some of my advice I could humbly offer you to maybe help you. So where do I start? If I explain graduate school, it's kind of like if there's freshman, senior year, undergrad, and then there's a 9-to-5 corporate life of being an adult. Graduate school is right in the middle where you can kind of get a taste of both worlds. So you're still in lectures with professors, you're writing papers, doing readings, going to school essentially, but through your internships and networking, you also get a taste of what corporate life could be. It has really helped me have a more smooth transition into corporate adulthood life. Another thing that's different about graduate school, I would say, is the composition of your classroom, as in the classmates and the colleagues that you take classes with. In undergrad, I feel like most likely your colleagues have come out of high school and applied to college. I mean, there were definitely those students that came back to finish college, which kudos to them, that's amazing. But definitely the major composition of classrooms are people who have similar backgrounds as you, who are similar in age, and are at a similar stage in life. But with graduate school, what's really fascinating and what's really cool about it is that your classmates are from such different walks of life. For example, I have a friend who got his JD, passed the bar exam, and practiced as a lawyer for years. And then he felt like being a lawyer was a little too disconnected. He wanted a more personal approach in helping his clients, and to him social work was the best option, so he decided to come back to school to get his master's in social work. So cool. And then I also have a friend who's a mother of 2, and she decided to come back to NYU to get her master's because she's always wanted to be a social worker. So when she had her children, she kind of paused her life there, and when they reached a certain age, she decided to study, apply, and she got into school, and it's amazing. I have so much respect for mothers for women who are mothers, wives, students, doing internships, jobs, it's insane. I have so much respect for you women out there, role models, seriously. So yeah, there's a lot of different kinds of people who will take classes with you, and they bring so much amazing experiences into the classroom and kind of really put your life in perspective in a way. So if I could offer any advice regarding graduate school, I guess it would be 3 different things. First thing would be, think of what you really want out of graduate school. So from my experience and from what I've seen from my friends, a lot of people who've had liberal arts majors in undergrad tend to go off to graduate school. Like me, I had a psychology degree, and I wanted a more specialized degree to help me in the long run with my professional careers. That's why I chose graduate school in social work, because while psychology is here, social work is definitely a lot more specialized, so I can have more of a specialized skill to offer to society. Meanwhile, a lot of my friends that have graduated with degrees like computer science or IT, definitely a lot more in the tech field. They've been able to get jobs right out of college and they're happy. So I think it really depends on what you want out of your long-term goals. So don't try to go to grad school just because you feel like that's the next step. You know, like we tend to think that way. It's like, oh, okay, middle school after elementary school, high school after middle school. You have to go to college after high school, and then we kind of set up these like guidelines for how to live a normal life. But honestly, I feel like, at least for me, it's really individualized to what each person wants from their life. So for me, it was graduate school, and I liked school, so I went back. But for you, you might just want to start working right away. It's really up to what you want. I chose to pay more money to get back into school and get this degree because I knew that's what I wanted for my life and that would make me happy. So there's that. So really know what your plans are in the long run, because my next point, which has to do with finances, there's a lot of money involved. With master's degrees, while there are scholarships, depending on your program and school and your field, it really varies how much financial assistance they give to you. So I've actually taken out more loans for graduate school than undergrad because NYU is a lot more expensive than Rutgers. It's definitely worth it, but I think I've learned a lot about finances, and I really had to juggle like, are these 2 years going to be really worth like this amount of money that I'm borrowing essentially? It's not my money, you know? And ultimately, after a lot of research and contemplation and really thinking about what I want in my future, it was definitely a worthwhile investment. It wasn't going to be money that I'm just throwing away. It's an investment into myself and my career, and I always believe that education is the absolute most worthwhile investment. So worked out for me, but finances is a huge part of graduate school. Definitely talk to your parents, talk to your guardians, whoever might be helping you pay through this process. And if it's just you paying it out, I just want to let you know, don't let money limit you. Don't let it hold you back on your dreams or your career goals. If graduate school is really something that you feel like you need and want in order to achieve your goals, then go for it. I feel like we're very fortunate enough to live in a country where if you would like to go to school, to some extent we receive the assistance that we need. Not as much as we would like. It'd be awesome if tuition in general was a lot lower, but that's a whole nother story. There is assistance that you can get, whether through scholarships or loans or grants, so there are ways for you to achieve that. So don't start off by limiting yourself just because the finances might seem daunting. If it's your dream, if it's your goal, I definitely would recommend you do it. You know, just be responsible with your money. Work part-time, I don't know, get a side job while you're in graduate school, take out less loans, only take what you need, because we gotta pay that back 6 months after we graduate. And I think the third thing I would say is, you know how I mentioned that in classrooms there's a lot of really cool people that you meet from all different walks of life, and just making friends with people who are like 10 years, 20 years older than me, same age as me, whatever, all these different backgrounds has been so cool. If making friends for you in college was really tough, I definitely want to let you know that in graduate school it's a lot easier because people are a lot more mature. So I would really give you the advice to really invest your time into not only your education but the people that you meet in graduate school, because I really feel like a lot of the people that I've met I've instantly connected with, and I feel like it's friendships that will definitely last a long time. And it's something I didn't expect when coming into graduate school. I just thought it's only 2 years, everyone's doing their own thing, we'll be busy, I'm too old to make new friends. But I've definitely learned that if you keep your heart open to new opportunities, and which can involve new people, you can get blessed with some awesome new friends and colleagues that will walk with you throughout life and really help you in your professional development as well. As a last word, I guess all I would say is, if you're worried about your future and if graduate school is right for you, or if you're applying to jobs and you're freaking out, recently I came across this quote, "The only constant in life is change." And I found that quote very comforting because change is scary. You know, I get scared by change too, but thinking of change as a constant kind of makes you prepared, you know, how to adapt and how to really make the best of all the changing environments. So I just want to tell you, everything's gonna be okay. You know, don't lose sleep over your decisions. Just do the research that you need to do. Really get to know yourself and what you want out of your life and your future. And be a kind person always. I just add that in there all the time because it's such a necessary thing to remember. And everything will be okay. I promise you. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video and if I was helpful to you in any way, make sure to give me a like. And if you loved my video and would like to get to know me better, make sure to give me a sub. I would really appreciate it. And that's it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!